Hello and welcome. My name is Ruby and this video is going to be about my second month on Accutane and just updating everybody on that process. Well, welcome back to my bedroom at my parents' house, still. It is a beautiful and sunny day here in Texas. It is Halloween, actually. Today is Halloween, which I love Halloween. I've enjoyed this entire spooky season. But more importantly than Halloween even is Election Day, which is on Tuesday. And so I am wearing, I hope you can see this, but I'm wearing a Mondale and Geraldine Ferraro campaign shirt from 1984. This is a vintage t-shirt that my mom had that she gave me yesterday, and I'm so excited about it. I think it is really cool and timely. They ran against Reagan for his re-election in 1984. I love that it's a woman VP, Geraldine Ferraro, so I think this t-shirt is super duper cool. I'm wearing this t-shirt today mostly to just simply say, please vote, because it's incredibly, incredibly important, and vote like your rights depend on it, or your neighbors. Anyways, back to what you came here for, which is simply just to talk about my experience during my second month of Accutane. So, I did a video last month sort of giving you my background and talking about sort of why I decided to go on Accutane, but just really briefly I'll say I have mild, consistent cystic acne. I'm not wearing any makeup for you today, and I wanted to show you guys just progress and talk a little bit about the differences from the first month to the second month that I experienced. I have some notes, so if you see me referencing down, I'm just looking at my notes. Okay, so let's just start off with my side effects really quickly. So the first month, I definitely feel like I was experiencing a lot of side effects. I'm assuming that's just because I had just introduced the drug to my body, and so my body was just sort of reacting really quickly. I seem to be handling the drug a little bit better this month. My main side effects were I had some back pain, like in my lower back, which also could totally not be related to Accutane and could be related to me spending a lot of time watching Netflix in my bed. My lips are still super dry. Here's an update. So I know right before I filmed my last video a month ago, I ripped the side of my mouth. I say ripped, that sounds really bad. I just like cracked the side of my mouth, and I basically haven't been able to get over that, even though I've been doing Neosporin at night and putting on tons of balm. I just like, it just keeps re-cracking every morning when I wake up, and I've now cracked the other side, so that's kind of like the worst of my side effects, I would say, is that I just have cracked lips right now. It's not super pretty. I'll zoom in later and you guys can like really look at that. Other side effects, my dandruff slash flaky and itchy scalp is still there, but I definitely think it's, I feel like I have my dandruff under control though now. I do still use the T-gel shampoo I talked about in the last video. I think that's great. I did use a different shampoo because I wanted to use a purple shampoo just to sort of brighten up my blonde, which is super outgrown. And I think that sort of irritated my scalp a little bit, so it's a little bit back to the dandruffy stuff. But what I want to say in this direction though is that I basically don't need to wash my hair anymore. And that sounds probably really yucky to a lot of people, but I went over 10 days more than once without washing my hair, and I'm still getting my hair wet, and I've still been conditioning it every now and then because I do try to do like my natural texture, which is kind of wavy and curly, and it definitely needs to be hydrated, and it's so dry because of the Accutane. But it's also made me not really wash my hair as often. So I'm experimenting with that. I don't have a ton of updates on that just because it hasn't been happening for very long, just for this past month. Oh, the other side effect I've been having, which I haven't really experienced it in the past couple of weeks, but at the beginning of this month, I was really having trouble seeing late at night, like in the dark, and also reading things on my phone was like, it just felt a little blurry and it felt like I was straining. But the flip side of that too is, like I said, I've been spending a lot of time on the screen, so I don't entirely know if that's from me looking at screens all day or if it's because I actually have been on Accutane and it's messing with my eyesight. So I don't know. Moving on. So I'll do a little update on the products I've been using. I said in my last video that I would tell you guys my review of the Willetta Skin Food as a moisturizer on my face. So this is my review. I think as a moisturizer, it is so awesome and it's super thick and it really hydrates my skin and it takes a while for it to like sink in, which to me makes me feel like extra hydrated. But it's really strongly scented. And I read on the back, I think it's just scented with essential oils, but whatever it is, I don't really love it, so what I've just been doing is putting it on the really, really dry patches of my face. I'm trying to not use it all over my face, I just don't love the smell. So that's my review. I still use it on the rest of my body and I think it's so awesome. It's like hand cream and everywhere else. Still obsessed with my lanolin, wearing it right now on my lips. This is dope. I recently purchased from The Ordinary, this is the 100% plant-derived squalene, which was recommended by the YouTuber Giovanna Ferri. She's awesome. She's like a little beautube, is that what we call it? Beauty YouTuber. She's awesome. She has really great videos, and she has been talking about how her skin is extra dry during the winter, and she mentioned this, and I literally bought it as soon as I watched her video. Last, I will talk about the sunscreen I'm using, which I'm using Supergoop right now, the SPF 50. I definitely don't dislike this, but I'm not convinced that it's actually protecting my skin and it's like actually an SPF 50. And what I mean by that is every time I go outside, whether I drive to the grocery store and back and go straight into the grocery store and come back to my car and I'm literally outside in the sunshine for like 8 minutes or something, I come back and my skin is still really flushed and I'm wearing my sunblock. I definitely cover my face and my chest, and if I'm gonna be outside, I'll cover my arms and stuff too. Basically where I'm going with this is please recommend your favorite sunscreens down below, because this is fine, but I would love to have something better. For me, this just isn't strong enough. I have such pale skin and I sunburn pretty easily, even when I'm not on Accutane, so I just need to upgrade. So LMK down below. Okay, so let's have a little mental health check-in. So I would say that it is 2020, and though my thoughts are very much consumed with the news and the politics and the election, I'm still doing okay though. I'm definitely overwhelmed and stressed out about those things, but I'm able to compartmentalize them and continue living some semblance of a regular life. I feel like I again addressed this really strangely, just like I did in my first video, but I haven't been experiencing anything that causes me any concern, I guess. I realize now that I actually haven't talked about my skin itself since I started this video, and the update there is I'm so happy. I don't currently have any active acne on my face. I did at the beginning of the month for sure, and I've the Accutane I guess is totally working, and it removed all of the acne on my face. I still have some hyperpigmentation. I'll show you guys. I guess I can zoom in. Okay, so as you can see, I definitely still have some hyperpigmentation around my face, but nothing about this. These are not like active zits. This is all just skin that needs to heal. You can see I have some redness and like obvious zones like around my nose and stuff. Like I said in my last video, but I feel like I should say it again. This is a port wine stain. It's actually not acne, even though it kind of looks like it is. And then I'll show you my forehead. I've been working on trying to extra moisturize this wrinkle that I discovered in my last video on my forehead. I do think that's kind of working, and I will say that's what. Yeah, so I'm really happy with my skin. Okay, last but not least, I would like to show you guys some progress pics. I do have a few pictures of, a lot of pictures actually, of me over the course of this month, but kind of once my skin started really clearing up, I just stopped taking pictures because I felt like, what is there to show you guys? Yeah, but as you can see, my skin over the course of the month has greatly improved. I still have a lot of hyperpigmentation that needs to go away, but overall I'm so happy. Here's a little anecdote about this month. So I haven't hung out with any of my friends in months and months and months. I was living in New York City and I left New York City at the end of June, and so that was the last time that I had seen any of my friends. And about a week ago, I got to hang out with one of my friends from college. We met up at a park. We were socially distanced. We stayed apart, stayed 10 feet away from each other. It was awesome though. It was great. So good for the soul. But where I'm going with this is I did not wear any face makeup. All I wore was mascara, and I did my eyebrows. I did my eyebrows today, but I'm not wearing any mascara. And I felt like really confident. And I'm not saying that I never used to be able to do something like that. Like if I was seeing a friend, especially a friend I hadn't seen in a while, there was no world where I was going to not try to cover up so much of my skin. And I used to wear, my move would be, I would wear this one concealer just basically as foundation. I would just put it all over my face. And yeah, I'm just really starting to feel a lot more confident about my skin and about myself, and that is the whole reason why I wanted to go on Accutane. Basically, I would love to be the type of girl who just wakes up and doesn't have to put on any makeup to feel good about myself. And I basically did that, so progress. Anyways, that is all for this month's video. I will be back next month in a new location. Do you like that? Don't forget to vote. Hopefully you're watching this before November 3rd. Vote. Please vote. It's very, 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 very important. Okay, have a great day.